a helicopter perspective and present a different view on how, besides the technology and all the processes we're used to, we can become more efficient, more powerful, and lead, inspire, and motivate with storytelling, mindset, and some other factors. So first, I would like to take you through the agenda. And here, the first part will be about the winning mindset and other enablers for digital business growth and successful transformation. The second part will be about storytelling as such, about sharing a clear vision, bringing people together, and transforming the organization. And the third part will be about emotional intelligence for the transformational leadership. Digital transformation is not possible without full buy-in across the organization. And there is no solution which is fitting in as one size fits all. For the moment, we have many transformational challenges. We had them years ago, but today, after Corona pandemic's years, we are experiencing all those challenges even more. And we are even more pushed to drive the processes and drive the adaptation and the ability to transform in order to win this game. So the one part, just as a few examples, is the evolving customer expectations and a better connected experience. That is always front and center, and it becomes increasingly more important. At the same time, the companies are stuck in legacy systems, and there is a lot of frustration over new ways of engagement. I have been there, I have seen that, and I see it time after time. And it is not always so easy to implement the vision as it looks in theory. And the third part is the challenge of navigating through contingency and fast changes. There are so many macroeconomic factors which are impacting our ability to run business, to meet customer expectations, and there are so many changes in the world which are affecting us, and they become either the pain points, or if we turn them into the opportunities, then we can take the leading position. And at the same time, we all can see how technology is evolving, and actually I would like to just remind you that we are the first generation which is seeing all these technologies, and we are the ones who are transforming the world. So it is really exciting opportunity for us to make it right and gather all the best practices and success stories and share with each other. So the enablers for business growth, as we know them, are different, but vision, mission, goals, strategy, values have to be in place in order to create that alignment across the organization. And there are actually two parts I would like to highlight, which have to be in balance and alignment: business objectives versus customer expectations. The one can't exist without the other one, and we have to make sure always that they're aligned and we are taking into consideration both parts and pay attention to all the details to enable the growth in those areas. And I would also like to present a few opportunities connected to those enablers. It is important to maintain and manage your assets and decide what is missing. If you see that something is missing in terms of technology, in terms of solution, or a human perspective can become better, then it is good time to decide how to put it into place. All the collaboration factors, all the team collaboration and the connections to reduce the silo effect and all those parts, they are really important. At the same time, to identify redundant resources and cost-saving opportunities will help you to become more agile and move forward faster and in a more sustainable way. It is also important to enable connection between stakeholders and units and improve efficiency to enrich your capacity. I would like to highlight the importance of culture, vision, and process. And people and culture enable success, and that starts with you as a leader. Here I refer to just an example of a process which consists of different steps, but the processes have to be relevant, they have to be in place, and they have to enable your ability to move forward, to create more clarity, more alignment, and share the knowledge with each other in order to optimize and then get better results. Vision is the core value there, and without vision, it's really difficult to work both with culture and the process. But as you probably have heard several times before, culture is eating data for breakfast. So culture takes the longest time to introduce and adjust to the data-driven processes, and that is also one of the biggest enablers besides technology. And now I would like to jump to the importance of the winning mindset. When the rate of change on the outside exceeds the rate of change on the inside, the end is near, said Jack Welch, the former chairman and CEO of General Electric. And that's how it is. It is really important to make sure that the winning mindset within the organization is in place and that you are able to run the processes at the right speed and create this change on the inside, because we are always in competition with other companies, with other leaders, with other opportunities the others have and technologies they're using. And it all starts with the mindset. Mindset is a powerful enabler for exponential growth. And there are two types of mindset. The one doesn't go along with the transformation, and especially not digital transformation at all, the fixed mindset. What is important to have in place and apply is the growth mindset. And here you can see different typical definitions of what each mindset represents, but if fixed mindset is pushing people to avoid challenges, to stick to what they know, and take feedback as something really personal and like a criticism. And when they're not ready to learn something new and they are really scared to fail, and they believe that their potential is predetermined, they give up easily and believe that they can't develop certain skills. All that belongs to the fixed mindset. As the opposite of that, the growth mindset, the bearers of that type of mindset, they are ready to embrace challenges. They can learn to do what they need to learn and what they want. They like to try new things. They see failures as opportunities for growth, and they are ready and eager to learn from the feedback. They know their worth, and it doesn't matter that sometimes the processes and the way to success looks really difficult. They're ready to embrace it. They are inspired by other success stories, and they inspire others as well. They are growing from their mistakes and don't give up. And they know for sure that their intelligence and their skills can be developed and have to be developed. I would like to start the area of storytelling with mentioning the power, incredible power of storytelling with data. And I would also like to share with you some best practices I gathered through the years of working with data, and also referring to the fantastic 4 days of my knowledge upgrade and sharing, guided by Stephen Few about 5 years ago. We had participants even from Microsoft, from the US. So it was a fantastic opportunity to learn something new and apply it through the years. And since then, I created many success stories for different companies, just applying those principles. So I would like to recommend to turn data into a pivotal point in your story and understand the importance of context and audience. It is also important to recognize and eliminate the clutter clouding your information. Make it clear. Direct your audience's attention to the most important parts of your data. It is important to highlight what really matters. Use design concepts in data visualization. Make it appealing, beautiful. Leverage the power of storytelling to help your message resonate with your audience. And simplify. Don't be afraid to simplify. Don't expect that others are on the same level of knowledge or understanding, or they are equally well informed as you are, and present information so that people can take it and make it actionable. Ask why. Asking great questions is really crucial, and be open to both asking and answering those questions. And share. Share your insights, share the information you have, share the knowledge, the wisdom, share it across the organization. How to craft persuasive stories. If we take one step up and try to understand how to present all that in a very juicy, appealing way, so that everybody wants to use data, everybody wants to base their decisions on what you see through analytics, through insights, then there are certain steps I would love to recommend, and I'm using them on a daily basis. It will help you become more impactful, more persuasive, and lift up the spirit to the next level. And at the same time, you will base your decisions on data instead of the gut feeling. So the first step, it has to be exciting. Provide people with an exciting version of the future. Engage them. Create the vision they want to be part of. Then second step, it has to be inevitable. Target people should feel that it has to happen a certain way. The third step, you should create many versions, a number of versions in a personalized way. You have to be able to motivate people with many consistent, relevant versions. And then the last one, it has to be actionable. It has to be clear what is the action to take from there. So what you can do is to provide clarity and action plan in a specific area relevant to the vision and roadmap, so that every person in the organization knows exactly what he or her can do in order to reach that vision, those goals, and create those success stories all together. Storytelling fuels continuous improvement, and I would like to recommend to gather stories from the bottom up and circulate strategic messages from the top down. Don't forget to create a consistent and compelling image of your organization's mission and reasons for pursuing transformation. What is the most difficult part with the transformation is transformation in the way of working, transformation in the way of taking decision, transformation in the way of using solution. And that is really important to just create a consistent and compelling image and introduce the right type of habits and communication. And there are different mediums to use to share stories of transformation, for example, written and spoken and visual and auditory. But what is the most important piece to have in place is it has to be creative and innovative. And it has to be communicated in a clear way. It has to inspire, and you have to enjoy the process along the way. Stories naturally appeal to us. We are brought up with them, but so many business owners and managers are not aware of the power of stories, unfortunately. And I can just recommend, don't miss out. Get ahead and get ahead of your competitors. The next part I would like to lift up is the area of soft skills. Emotional intelligence is the key attribute that distinguishes outstanding performers and is the leading differentiator between those whose IQ and technical skills are approximately the same, according to the Harvard Business Review. So even if you are on the same level of knowledge, of experience, the soft skills are going to help you to get lifted and to have a totally different performance, a totally different way of leading, a totally different way of communicating, and you will be also more resilient, more engaging, and it will help a lot. I would like to present the 4 different parts of emotional intelligence, and it's about using emotions. We're humans, we are not robots, so it is important to use our emotions. However, it is good to use them in a controlled way so that we can understand what's going on, why we experience those emotions, why somebody else is experiencing those emotions, and act accordingly. So first of all, it is about perceiving emotions, and then it is about managing emotions so that you can control them, you can put them in place in the right way. And understanding emotions, it is something really, really important, because when working with other people, sometimes there are better days, sometimes there are very hard projects, and we are working in the area which is overall quite filled up with stress, with eternal changes and upgrades, and the technologies are evolving so fast, and we always have to be on top of this game. And with everything that is going in the world at the same time, it is really, really helpful to use all those parts and show more humanity toward each other during the working processes, and it will also help the exponential growth, and it will help reaching better business results, and especially creating a better experience for customers. What about empathy versus technology? Empathy is the ability to understand and share feelings without having experienced that situation or event directly. The end goal of empathy is to create connections at a fundamental level, which makes people more likely to work together toward a common goal. And it is a well-known fact that a leader's emotional intelligence level correlates with the team's engagement levels and with the performance levels. So it is not something just nice to have. Technology can become a force multiplier to deliver more empathy and integrate deeper, more personalized human connections into everyday business interactions and create a richer customer experience at scale. So, very briefly, what is empathy about? It is about being aware and caring for real. Empathy is a skill that can be learned and strengthened. And to build up this skill, I would like to recommend to engage with others in a very meaningful way, to be aware of other people's needs, and to be kind to others and to yourself as well. So when we look at the broader picture of transformational leadership, I would like to just highlight that there is so much laying under the surface of what is visible. And that's exactly the part which is impacting the results and outcomes most of all. Like in analytics, you have to work for quite a long time until the results become visible, oftentimes, and it includes a lot of work, a lot of hard steps to take, and nobody in the organization can see that except you, and you have still keep good spirit and move forward until you are there to share the results, to let whole the organization to get benefits of that solution. It is similar here. The winning mindset is the defining factor. It's the crucial part. Without the right mindset, there is no way and no chance to deliver success stories, to reach your goals, and to move in the right direction. Emotional intelligence is also under the surface, but it is helping you and your team be more efficient, be more engaging, be more resilient, and help by being more inspiring. You can inspire and get inspired. And what is visible on top of all that? It's your experience, it's your overall approach, the digital qualifications and performance and decision making are something what you are presenting. But all that has to be presented based on what is less visible, but it is crucial. And speaking about the results, I would like to just refer to our results at Kesko-K-Group. We just won the title Årets e-handlare 2022 Online Retailer of the Year in the prestigious competition run by Price Runner in the category Renovation and Construction. I'm really proud of this achievement because we put so much effort and hard work into introducing new solutions, into making sure that we are running the processes in an aligned way, reducing silo, creating better communication on a cross-functional level, and using the best practices from all the possible sources. And we care a lot about our customers. We care a lot about their experience, and we work hard to create an outstanding experience. And all that includes both organizational culture and processes in place, and the mindset and the soft skills and technologies as well. We have an amazing opportunity to turn the coming years into years of great business achievements and innovative solutions with focus on humans. And I would like to invite you to spark an industry-wide conversation about how powerful technologies like AI, IoT, and cloud can enable a more empathetic world. And I invite you to connect with me on LinkedIn as well. And if you have some questions, then I will be happy to answer those questions. I see something in chat, but well, it was a question to the previous speaker. You are very welcome to add up your questions here, probably in the Q&A section or in the chat section. And if not, I would just like to remind about a few other things which I think are really, really, really important. And those things are courage and resilience. We are going through such times where it is really difficult for leaders to take right decisions, to be brave, to be sure that those decisions are right decisions and timely decisions. And it's really difficult to see the horizon. If before we could use data and compare it year on year and make some relevant comparisons. I'm talking to the leaders working with data all over the world, and they experience the same challenges. It is really difficult to find that relevant point of what is good enough. What do we have to refer to, compare to, and how are we going to take the next step? So courage to take on board the new solutions, to taking on board new people and new technologies. It is really difficult because it's difficult to predict what is going to happen in half a year, 1 year, and business has to be sustainable. Business has to keep running and growing exponentially. So it is really good to have that courage to be able to see the future and stand for the decisions and for the right type of thinking. And resilience is about standing up one time more than you fall down. So there is no success story without a failure behind. And it doesn't mean that you have to fail too often, absolutely not. But it is important to be ready to embrace the failure and turn challenges into opportunities, to be ready to take the next step, to be ready to be energized and look into the future in a way which will inspire others, to share your vision with the others. And if I would compare your way to the GPS, you are having the starting point, which is today where you are within your organization with all your business plans and everything. And then where you are going, it is the point which has to be clear, visible. And then the ways between those 2 points, they might be different. They might be very different, and it is about defining in an agile way which path is the path of success in your case, and which path will be the best path for you to choose to deliver success stories and be proud of them. I hope this presentation was helpful and useful for you, and you're very welcome to connect with me on LinkedIn and ask other questions as well. If you want to know more, if you want to ask me about something, or if you would like me to share my experience with you outside this forum.